Have you ever cooked a meal that smelled amazing, but when you took the first bite, it tasted weirdly bitter and harsh? You double-checked the recipe, followed every step, and still something felt off. There's one tiny garlic mistake most people make without even realizing it, and it can completely ruin your food. Garlic is one of the most loved ingredients in kitchens all over the world. It shows up in pasta, stir-fries, soups, sauces, roasted veggies, and even salad dressings. But garlic is also one of the easiest ingredients to mess up, especially if you cook it the wrong way. The problem is that garlic can go from rich and sweet to bitter and burnt in seconds. Most home cooks think they're doing the right thing, but one small habit turns garlic against you. Today, we're breaking down exactly what that mistake is, why it happens, and how to fix it so your food tastes better every single time. Let's start with why garlic is so powerful in the first place. Garlic has natural sugars and sulfur compounds that create deep flavor when cooked properly. When treated gently, garlic becomes sweet, nutty, and mellow. That's why roasted garlic tastes almost like candy. But garlic is also delicate. It cooks much faster than onions, peppers, or meat. When garlic gets too hot too fast, those natural compounds burn instead of caramelizing. And once garlic burns, there's no saving it. That bitterness spreads through the entire dish. One of the most common mistakes is adding garlic too early. Many people heat oil in a pan, throw in garlic first, and then start prepping everything else. That garlic sits in hot oil with nothing to protect it. Within seconds, it turns dark brown and bitter. Another big issue is cooking garlic over high heat. Garlic doesn't like high heat on its own. While steak or chicken can handle a screaming hot pan, garlic can't. High heat breaks down garlic too aggressively, creating a sharp, unpleasant flavor instead of a smooth one. Cutting garlic the wrong way also plays a role. Finely minced garlic burns faster than sliced or smashed garlic. The smaller the pieces, the faster they cook. If you mince garlic super fine and toss it into a hot pan, you're basically setting it up to fail. Let's talk about oil for a second. Garlic needs enough oil to protect it while cooking. When there's not enough oil, garlic sits directly on the hot surface of the pan. That direct contact causes scorching, which leads straight to bitterness. Even the pan matters. Thin pans heat unevenly, creating hot spots where garlic burns instantly. A heavier pan gives you more control and a little more forgiveness. It's a small detail, but it makes a big difference. Timing is another issue. Garlic should usually go in after onions or vegetables have softened. Those ingredients release moisture, which helps control the heat. That moisture acts like a buffer, keeping garlic from burning too fast. Here's something most people don't know. Garlic continues cooking even after you turn off the heat. If garlic is already dark golden when you remove the pan from the stove, it's going to keep cooking and turn bitter by the time you serve it. Another sneaky mistake is using pre-minced garlic from a jar. While it's convenient, it's often preserved in acids that change how it cooks. Jarred garlic burns faster and tastes sharper than fresh garlic, especially when heated. Now let's talk about raw garlic. Raw garlic has a strong, spicy bite. That's not bitterness, but it can feel unpleasant if it's not balanced with oil, acid, or thyme. When raw garlic isn't mellowed with oil, acid, or thyme, it can overpower a dish in a bad way. Garlic powder is a whole different story. Garlic powder burns even faster than fresh garlic. If you sprinkle it directly into hot oil, it can turn bitter almost instantly. Garlic powder works best when mixed into liquids or added at lower heat. There's also the issue of old garlic. Older garlic cloves develop a stronger, harsher flavor. If the garlic has green shoots inside, that center can taste especially bitter. Removing that green core can improve the flavor a lot. Salt plays a role too. Adding a little salt when cooking garlic helps draw out moisture and control browning, but adding salt too late means garlic cooks dry, increasing the chance of burning. Let's talk about recipes that trick people. Many recipes say add garlic and cook for 1 minute. That sounds simple, but 1 minute is a long time for garlic. In reality, garlic often only needs 10 to 30 seconds before moving on. Stirring matters more than people realize. Garlic needs constant movement. Leaving it still in a pan allows one side to burn while the other stays raw. Stirring spreads the heat and keeps cooking even. Another common mistake is multitasking. Garlic doesn't forgive distractions. If you walk away or start checking your phone, garlic will burn before you even realize it. Garlic demands your full attention, even if only for a short time. Let's look at different cooking methods. Sautéed garlic needs gentle heat. Roasted garlic needs time and lower temperatures. Fried garlic needs careful control and quick removal. Each method has its own rules. When making sauces, garlic should often be cooked gently in oil before liquids are added. Once liquid goes in, garlic stops browning and starts simmering. That's where flavor develops without bitterness. In stir-fries, garlic is often added with ginger and vegetables, not alone. The vegetables release steam, protecting the garlic from direct heat. That's why restaurant stir-fries rarely taste bitter. There's also the butter factor. Garlic burns faster in butter than oil because butter has milk solids that burn quickly. If you cook garlic in butter, lower the heat and watch it closely. Now let's talk about flavor balance. Even slightly overcooked garlic can taste less bitter if the dish has acid, sweetness, or fat. Lemon juice, tomatoes, honey, or cream can soften harsh garlic notes. But once garlic is truly burnt, nothing fixes it. You can't cover burnt garlic with seasoning. The only real solution is to start over. It's painful, but it's better than serving bitter food. Here's a simple rule that chefs live by. Garlic goes in later, not sooner. Treat garlic like a finishing flavor instead of a base ingredient, and your food instantly improves. Another pro tip is to add garlic off heat. You can turn off the burner and stir garlic into the hot oil using residual heat. This gives you full control and prevents burning. Let's not forget garlic infusions. Infusing oil with garlic over low heat creates deep flavor without bitterness. This method is great for dressings, drizzles, and gentle cooking. Different cuisines handle garlic differently. Italian cooking cooks garlic lightly until just fragrant. Asian cooking uses garlic quickly with other ingredients. Middle Eastern cooking often mellows garlic with yogurt or lemon. Even garlic preparation affects taste. Crushing garlic releases more compounds than slicing. More compounds means stronger flavor, but also more risk of bitterness if overcooked. Resting matters too. Letting chopped garlic sit for a minute before cooking can change its flavor. It allows enzymes to activate, creating deeper taste when cooked gently. There's also the myth that darker garlic means more flavor. That's not true. Garlic should be pale golden at most. Dark brown garlic is already bitter. Let's talk about smell as a warning sign. Burnt garlic smells sharp and harsh, not warm and inviting. If your kitchen smells aggressive instead of cozy, garlic has gone too far. Another overlooked detail is pan size. Overcrowded pans trap steam, which can save garlic. Empty pans expose garlic directly to heat. Bigger pans give you more control and a little more forgiveness. Even the stove matters. Gas stoves can create hot spots. Electric stoves retain heat longer. Knowing your stove helps you control garlic better. Home cooks often copy restaurant heat levels without restaurant experience. Chefs move fast and know exactly when to add garlic. At home, slowing down works better. One simple trick is to add garlic after turning the heat down. High heat for meat, lower heat for garlic. That simple switch prevents bitterness. Now let's talk about garlic in soups and stews. Garlic can handle longer cooking when submerged in liquid. In these dishes, garlic becomes sweet and mellow, not bitter. Garlic in baking is different too. Roasted garlic bread uses indirect heat, allowing sugars to caramelize slowly. That's why it tastes rich and never bitter. Even garlic storage matters. Store garlic in a cool, dry place. Refrigerated garlic can taste sharper and behave differently when cooked. Garlic presses are another issue. They create ultra-fine garlic that burns instantly. If you use a press, add garlic later or lower the heat. Let's talk about confidence. Many people fear undercooking garlic, so they overcook it. Slightly undercooked garlic is always better than burnt garlic. Professional chefs taste constantly. They adjust as they go. At home, tasting early helps you catch bitterness before it spreads. One small habit that helps is prepping garlic last. Don't chop garlic and let it sit while everything else cooks. Freshly chopped garlic behaves more predictably. Let's also mention health. Burnt foods can create compounds you don't want to eat regularly. Cooking garlic gently isn't just better for taste, it's better for you. Garlic has real health benefits when cooked properly. It supports heart health, immunity, and digestion. Burning it destroys many of those benefits. Another mistake is reheating garlic-heavy dishes at high heat. Reheating gently preserves flavor and avoids bitterness the second time. Some people blame the recipe when garlic is the real issue. Fix the garlic and suddenly the same recipe tastes amazing. This is why restaurant food tastes smoother and more balanced. Chefs respect garlic. They don't rush it and they don't abuse it. Garlic wants patience, attention, and gentle heat. Give it that and it rewards you every time. Here's the big reveal most people don't expect. The biggest garlic mistake isn't burning it by accident. It's treating garlic like onions instead of treating it like a spice. Garlic isn't meant to be cooked long and hard. It's meant to be handled gently, added later, and watched closely. Once you shift that mindset, everything changes. Your food tastes smoother, richer, and more restaurant quality without adding extra ingredients. That one mental switch is the difference between bitter food and food people can't stop eating. So, let's recap. Garlic turns bitter when it's cooked too early, too hot, too dry, or too fine. The fix is simple. Lower heat, add garlic later, keep it moving, and remove it early. Small changes make a huge difference. If this helped you, hit the like button and subscribe for more simple food and health tips. Drop a comment and tell me, what dish has garlic gone wrong for you before? Let's fix it together and make your next meal your best one yet.